Hello and welcome back to my channel. You're with Carmen if you haven't seen me before, and if you have, welcome back. So yeah, remember to subscribe, comment, like, any tips, throw them at me, any requests, let me know, just give me a message. But yeah, thank you for watching and see you in a sec. Okay, so let's get started, and what I'm going to do firstly is a primer. Have to prime, and this one is the Pro Base Moisturiser and Primer by MUA, and this is brilliant. And so yeah, if you just put this all over your face, give that a little clap. Done. So as I've got a tan on today, I'm going to be using a darker shade foundation, and the foundation I'm going to be using is from Primark, and this is the foundation stick. It looks just like this, and this is in the shade Natural. I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend it all up. So the foundation is on, and next I'm going to go in with concealer, and the concealer I'm going to use is also from Primark. It's called the Foundation and Contour Stick. So this is good for me to use when I'm not tanned, as this is the perfect match, but when I am tanned, this is perfect for my concealer. So I'm just going to wind that up just like so. And I'm just going to use the same beauty blender and just blend that out. So my concealer is blended. So what I'm going to do next is use some powder, just to set my face before I go in with my contour, just simply as I'm using powder contour today instead of cream. And I do feel that if I didn't powder first before my contour, it would just go all muddy and blah. So I'm just going to take the High Definition Finishing Face Powder by New Look. Looks just like this. This is in the shade Clear. I have already opened this as I had a little bit of a peek in this when I bought it. So I'm just going to shake it upside down just to get a little bit in the lid. And I'm going to take off the lid, and the top is full of powder. Oh! And what I'm just going to do next is take a powder brush. This is one from Primark 2, believe it or not. And I'm just going to dip it in the powder. Technique brush in the number 103, and I'm just going to wipe it away. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera next of all, but just to let you know what I'm going to be using for those, I'm going to use the same crayon I used last time, and that is the Gosh Eyebrow Pencil Crayon, and it is in the shade Black. But I'm just going to go off camera and do this, and I will be back. I'm back, and the brows are looking flaky. So what I'm going to do next is contour. What I'm using today is the Master Sculpt Contour little compact, shall I say, and this is by Maybelline. So I'm just going to take the darker colour. It comes with a highlighting shade and a contouring shade. So I'm going to be using this angled brush here. I'm just going to dip into the contour colour, and I'm going to firstly start with my cheeks. So that is the contouring done. Nose snatched, cheeks in, and jaw kind of gone. So what I'm just going to do next is bake the under eye, and I'm going to use the High Definition the High Definition Finishing Face Powder from New Look that I used earlier. I'm just going to take my beauty blender and dab a load of loose powder onto this, and I'm just going to put it right under the eyes. What I'm going to also do is just put it under the contour. This is just to sharpen it up a little bit more. And a little bit on the highlighted areas, and that's me baking. So what I'm going to do next while I'm baking is my eyes, and then if there is any fallout also I can just wipe that away with the powder. So what look I'm going to do is a look that's quite a reddy burgundy kind of look, just sort of like my top today. And what I'm going to go in first is with my Real Technique brush that I used last time, and it's the Silver Real Technique brush in the number 200. And the first palette I'm going to dip into is the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and this is what it looks like. And what colour I'm going to dip into first is just the middle colour here. Of course you can see I have completely used this colour, but I just like to put this down on the base of my lid just to give a neutral colour. Just to give a neutral colour first of all. So that's the base colour down. So what I'm going to do next is using the same brush, dipping into the same Smashbox eye palette, and I'm going to use the orangey colour, actually should I say like the light browny colour here, and I'm just going to pop that all over my lid. So the palette I'm going to be using next is called Makeup Obsession Live Love London, and it looks a little something like this. I got this for my birthday of my little sister, and it actually comes with separate eyeshadows which you put into the case itself. So I've got these eyeshadows that I was bought, and I'll plonk them in, and you can actually poke them out and change it up if you want to, which is quite cool. So the colour I'm going to dip into is the middle colour here, and I'm going to apply this colour into my crease and the corner of my eye. Okay, so the colour is down and it looks beautiful. Okay, so what I'm also going to dip into is a colour in the same palette, which is next to it, which is this purpley colour here, and that's just to give the crease a little bit more definition. So I'm going to dip in with the same exact brush. So what I'm going to do next is I'm just going to take the concealer that I use for under my eyes, and I'm going to take the concealer brush that I use to help shape my eyebrows. And what I'm actually going to do next is I'm just going to not really cut the crease, but I'm just going to go from the corner of my eye to about halfway through there with concealer, just so I can pack in a nice bright colour there, and it will fade out to the colour that's on my corner of the lid already. So what I'm going to be doing next is I'm going to be taking the Bronze Primark eye palette, and called Shadow and Shade, and I'm just going to be taking the end silver colour here, and I'm going to be packing that onto where I put my concealer on my lid. What I'm also going to use is this little stipply brush, and just to get right into the corner there. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take back the brush that I used to blend in the cut crease and the corner of my eye, and I'm just going to go back into the palette that I used with that colour as well, which was the Makeup Obsession palette, and I'm just going to firstly go back into the middle burgundy colour just here, just so I can touch in that crease there so it's not as harsh. I'm also just going to go back into the purpley colour that I used as well, just so I can finish off darkening that corner like I did with the cut crease. So what I'm just going to do next is go back into the Smashbox Full Exposure palette, and I'm going to dip back into the second colour that I used, which was the browny orangey colour here, and I'm just going to dip into that using my little stipply brush. I'm just going to go directly under the eye line. What I'm also going to do is dip back into the Makeup Obsession palette, this one right here, and I'm firstly going to dip into the middle colour that we used. And what I'm also going to do is take a little bit of that purple and go right under the eye as well. So that is my eyes nearly done. What I'm going to do next is my lashes and my mascara, and I'm going to do this off camera, so I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so my eyelashes and mascara are on, and the mascara that I used is the Kiko Makeup Milano mascara in the Volume Eyes Active Mascara. It looks just like this, and the eyelashes I used are the Sultry eyelashes from Primark. So what I'm just going to do next is I'm just going to wipe away the powder that I have on my face using the Real Technique brush in the number 103. Okay, so that's the powder wiped away. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some blush on, and the blush I'm going to be using is the MAC blush in the colour Crisp White Satin. Looks just like this. It's gorgeous. I'm just going to use a fluffy brush and just swirl up in the blusher. Beautiful. And what I'm going to do next is highlight. What I'm using is, okay, looks like this, and it's in the shade Golden Lights. So I'm just going to take one of my other Real Technique brushes in the number 300, and I'm just going to swirl it in the highlight. Hello. So what I've got to do lastly is my lips. What I'm using today is the Super Matte Liquid Lipstick from New Look, and it looks like this, and it's in the shade Raspberry. So I'm just going to apply this to my lips. The lips are on, and I'm feeling gorgeous. Also, don't forget to check out the other video that I posted not that long ago, my first ever YouTube video. Go and check it out, guys. Tips, anything, give me a comment, I'll have a little look. Don't forget to watch this space and subscribe to my channel so you get the notifications when I post. And I hope you all enjoyed my look today. I'm definitely feeling it. Laters!